NTNA Challenge 4 Vegas Vacation, sponsored by Glitz Accessories and such.
Hello everybody! In today's video I'm going to be showing you Challenge 4 for Season 7 of Nails Next Top Nail Artist, and this is sponsored by Glitz Accessories and such, and they wanted us to create a set based on the glitzy, glamorous Las Vegas, and what's more glitzy and glamorous than a queen? So I based my design off the queen of country music who plays at Caesar's Palace in the Coliseum, Reba McEntire, and I am obviously a huge fan, and to prove it to you guys, I'm going to sing a short clip of one of my favorite songs from her. You ready, Melody? Okay. I set my mind to it, said I wasn't gonna do it, no how, no sir, no way. I wouldn't get my heart up, gonna keep my guard up and save it for another day. Then you walked in with that crazy grin and everything I started for got lost in your eyes and flew right out the door. And so I hope you guys like this. I'm absolutely a huge fan of Reba. So I have Reba on one hand and Michelangelo David on the other hand. And there's a replica of David at Caesar's Palace. And don't forget to vote on Monday. Help keep me in this competition, guys. And then hopefully we'll be back next week. Bye.
I began by creating a very soft gradient in the background using a pinky purple, then the Glitz Color Gel Majestic Blue, slightly diluted, and just blend that down the nail. Then to start sculpting my Reba, I began with the color Creme de la Creme and their 4D gel, and I'm going to just start with her face and then work my way down. Whenever you're working with 4D gel, I would recommend doing like a section at a time, so work on like her face shape and then add details like her nose and her eyes and cure them between each step. To sculpt her arms, since they are off the nail, I held a nail form backing snug against the nail and I sculpted them step by step on that. Add the microphone and each finger, working like I said before, step by step little bits. Paint her dress onto her body with the color Crimson Red, and that's their gel paint. And then to make her hair color, I mixed some of the 4D Sweet Orange with the 4D Forest Green to create a little bit less of a vibrant orange, which gives you a really nice natural redhead hair color. Sculpt her hair in small sections and use a silicone tool, pressing it back and forth to create some waves. Then using gel paint in various shades of kind of creams and browns, I'm going to be adding all of the detail and shading on Reba's skin. So when you're doing this, use a couple different shades, so mix a little bit more red or a little bit more green into the color to give it different tones. That way you're going to have so much more depth in her skin tone. Add some details with black gel paint, like painting her fingernails and outlining her eyelashes. With the color Pure White, you're going to want to fill in her eyes. And then with a little bit of a pink gel paint, you're going to want to add details to her lips. And with the Majestic Blue, her eye color. Then going back with a dark crimsony red color for her hair, add some low lights in it. And then with a brighter orange, add highlights. Finish the Reba nail with a very thin layer of matte top coat. To glitzify her dress, I'm going to be applying a layer of condensed glue gel. And then I'm going to float a layer of the Eye Hold No Wipe top coat over the top of that. So really don't touch the brush to the nail, just really glide it across. And you can use a smaller brush to fill in the areas that are harder to reach. Press red crystals into the uncured gel, and then with the Diamond Dust Pixie in red, pour from one triangle-shaped dish to the other. The fine tip of the triangle dish really poured nicely over the top of the dress. Then using the Precision Glue Gel, fill in any spaces around the crystals that needs a little bit more glue to really hold them in place and cure it again. On your nail form backing, sculpt your music notes. I used the 4D gel in the color Passionate Pink. And then after you have all of them sculpted and cured, you can attach them to the nails in the places that fill in the background nicely. Paint over the music notes with the color Crimson Red gel paint, and then in the same process of the glue gel, no wipe top coat, and precision glue gel, attach a collection of rhinestones over the background in various colors, and then pour over the pink Diamond Dust Pixie to fill in the background. The pink lets the gradient from the background show through, with still adding just a little bit more brightness to it. Using a gloved hand or a lint-free wipe, press in the sides so that the pixie tucks in and creates a nice smooth finish to the edge of the nail. Doing this really helps the final look, and it also helps sort of set the rhinestones and the crystals into place so that once it's cured, it really does have a finished look. On a nail form backing using their Pure White color gel, I'm going to paint a long strip for the sheet music that is wrapped around the thumbnail. Start with a treble clef and then add very narrow lines with black gel paint going across the length of your piece of sheet music. Then for the music notes, I'm going to actually use the notes from the first line of Reba's song Survivor, which is one of my favorites and the first song of hers I fell in love with. attach that piece of sheet music going around the nail in a nice little circle, and then using the same crystal application method, going to attach black rhinestones for each note. To do Michelangelo's David, you're going to repeat the same basic steps as you did for Reba. However, I lightened my color, the Creme de la Creme 40 gel, by mixing in a touch of the pure white gel paint. This made the gel a little bit easier and softer to work with, and it also lightened the color, so I found it was a really good system for sculpting him. Paint some fairly severe highlights on your sculpture of David with the pure white gel paint. This sculpture has very vivid features. He has very extreme muscle structure, and you want it to really show off on the nail. So add more depth with a darker shade. So mix some white and some black gel paint together to create various shades of gray to add the depth to the rest of the sculpture. And don't be afraid to do dramatic highlighting and low lighting so that he really looks like he has a very severe presence to him and a very commanding presence. Add a touch of black gel paint here and there to really outline certain areas. On the thumb, I'm going to sculpt the Caesar's Palace logo using the same method as I did for Michelangelo's David, and then I'm going to paint over it with a very thin layer of gold gel, and then add some gold foil to it and a couple little black lines. Nothing too much. You don't want to over detail this nail. You want to keep it looking like the logo and keep it simple. So here is the final set. I have some crown molding style leaves surrounding David. The whole background has a gorgeous collection of crystals covering it. This whole set just screams glitz and glam to me as an avid Reba fan. I was so excited to get to sculpt her, and to create something so extravagant and extreme was really a joy to be working with. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Obviously I'm a singer, so getting to sing for you guys too was a little bit fun. And don't forget to vote on Monday. I will put a link in the description box when it is available, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!